Alright, so what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the two new units that I just got. And thankfully, I got really good trade on them. So in the previous video, I did a showcase on Meliodas, a really strong unit. Before I continue with the video, I would like to remind that only 1.1% of the viewer that are currently watching the video are subscribed. So if you want to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot. And yeah, back to the video. And for this video, I'm gonna do a showcase on the other two units that come with this update that you can grind. The first one is Buddha, which you can get from Raid Act 6, which you can see right here. I'm gonna show you right now. Valhalla Act 6, you can see right there, he dropped from the raid. And then for his evolution item, you can buy it from the raid shop, which is the 6-dimension staff. And then for Heavenly Demon Life, you can get him from Banner 3, I believe. He's not there anymore, but he is there earlier when I got him. And then for his evolution, you just need to buy his weapon from the crafting. There you go. That's how you get the two of the new character. And yeah, I'm gonna do a showcase on them. And then for Heavenly Demon, no skill tree with Glitch and Glorious. And then for Buddha, with Avatar and Glorious. Both of them level max, triple as everything, so you can see right there. And yeah, so let's do the showcase. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys these two new units, and let's see if they're actually good or not. Now, I've played with them a little bit, but not a lot, so I don't know the full capabilities of both of them. Okay, I just placed them down on a boss rush and that's it, and forgot about it. So let me just make sure. Alright, let's start the game. Place down our farm and turn on effects and everything. So the first unit that I'm gonna check out is Buddha. Buddha is going to be a one placement immediately, even without any. I mean, he has Avatar, but I did try placing him earlier without any trait, and he also one placement. And he will cost 900 to place down. He is going to be a circle AoE, decent circle AoE. His range is going to be 36, 2.4 million damage, and 5-second SPA. And then as you can see, his crit chance and crit damage is kind of moving up and down, moving up a little bit slowly, and it's because of his passive, I believe. His first passive is called True Enlightenment, which means that this unit, which is Buddha, you cannot buff him by any other unit. But I still believe that you can still buff him in only one way, which is the Godly passive. But with normal unit, you cannot. For example, Idol, you cannot buff him using Idol. So yes. Oh, he's also ground only. That's something I found out. Okay, that's kind of okay. That's fine actually. He's ground only currently, and then this passive basically means that you cannot buff him. But if you do try buffing him, what happened instead is that he will buff all of the unit in his range damage by 5% and crit chance by 5% for the same duration. So yes, the second passive is called Mercy, which basically means that he has a 20% chance to miss an attack and dealing 35% less damage. But when he misses, he will gain +1 crit chance, which will cap out at 15. Same thing with crit damage, which will cap out at 45%. But after 15 miss attack, he will permanently gain 20% more damage, and he will never miss again. So yes, you kind of need to like. This guy kind of took time to be good, but besides that, he is decent. Now let's start upgrading him. His animation so far is pretty fine, pretty mid. New attack is going to be at upgrade 5, which is called Flame Flip. And then there's his attack, fine. Next attack is going to be at upgrade 12, which is called the Domain Slam. A larger AoE circle, and that's it. Yeah, pretty mid. And then he's going to max out. Oh, he's actually pretty expensive. With 585 million damage, semi range, and 7.65 SPA. Still same passive, but he will get a new ability now. Now this ability, it's like Anos ability, where you actually need to use it multiple times. So what this ability does is basically it will change his mode, I think 10 times or 6 times. It will change his mode 6 times, and every mode have different effect, but uh, you don't keep the buff from each state. So while we wait until he finish all of 6 ability or 6 stage, let's move on into the next unit, which is Angel Devil. Now for Angel Devil, she's actually quite complicated. Not complicated, but quite hard to understand at first. So let's place her down. Now, as you can see right now, immediately she has an icon above her head called Life Drain, and he also has an aura around him. Now what does that mean? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Now let's just move on straight to the passive, okay? You can see his stat right away, which is right here. Pretty good. He also has a 2 rate meter called Stock Drain in Gears Collected. Now, for his first passive, it's called Life Drain, which basically means that every 20 seconds, he will decrease the base stock or your base HP by 2 to 4, but it won't kill you for 15 seconds. And then for each stock removed, he will gain plus 40% damage and plus 10 range, which will cap out at 160 damage. Now that is actually a really good buff. Plus 160 buff for damage, that is insanely good, and plus 40% range. His second passive is related to his circle AoE, or just the aura around him, which is called the Death Touch. And what this basically does is that if you place a unit in this circle, it will cause that unit to lose 2% damage every second until it hits 0. And then once that damage hits 0, it will sell that unit automatically, and you cannot place that unit down for the next 20 seconds. Now, what the Death Touch does is that if you, for example, sacrifice a unit, it will add a point to the years collected meter. So that's why it still says 0, because I haven't sacrificed any unit. So for example, if I sell my Meliodas right here, and then I try placing him down, you can see that he will lose his health pretty fast, but at the same time, once he actually dies, let's wait a little bit, and then while we do that, let's upgrade him slowly. Next step is called Heavenly Javelin. There you go. Also, there you go. Meliodas gone, sold, but at the same time, you will have plus 100 years collected into the years collected meter. Alright, so next upgrade, sorry, is called Golden Scimitar, which is, there you go, a larger circle. And then, boom, boom. Now, the thing about Angel Devil is that you will not unlock these 2 ability, or just like any ability except the Time Thief, if this bar is empty. So what you want to do is actually, wait, before that, let's actually go back to, yeah, there you go. So let's just go back to Buddha a little bit now. For Buddha, once you use that ability 6 times, he will gain a new ability, which is called the Sword of Zero, which will basically buff him, and it will also gain plus 5 damage every 5 attack, which will cap out at 25% damage. And then also, if you use this ability, he will permanently have no elemental disadvantages, and at the same time, he will be able to stop regeneration completely for 10 seconds. So there you go. Now he will be a little bit weaker, but at the same time, the buff that you get from the elemental disadvantages and the regeneration stop is actually pretty decent. So yeah, so let's continue with depth. So how do you actually fill up this bar? Well, you can also use the Time Thief ability. Now the Time Thief ability will make it so that he will pick a random unit in his range, and it will sacrifice the unit. Like, it was straight up to sell the unit, but there you go, it will fill up the bar. And then for every 2000 cash, it will add 1 year, so 2 million cash is 1000 year. This ability has a 100 second cooldown, so you only use this ability to fill up the years meter bar. Now, what do you actually do with the years meter bar, if you're wondering? Well, The years meter bar is basically a currency. So for example, I want to use this 10 year. Boom, it will take 10 year off the years collected. Same thing with this 100 year. So for example, let's actually, what's it called? Sacrifice Meliodas. So we can, boom, there you go, 500. So I want to use this 100 year, and it will, what's it called? You can see right there, it will deal 1-time damage for every 2 livestock you see in test drain via life drain passive. And it will also apply what's it called? Bleed based off the total damage, and it will also reset the total drain livestock. And then the unit will be stunned for 6 seconds, damage cap at 500. So yeah, this unit is quite complicated to use and quite annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Now, this unit still has one more ability that I haven't unlocked yet, and the only way to unlock that ability is actually to fill up this year's collect meter. So let's do that right now if I have enough money actually. Oh, we're close. So let's continue sacrificing. Wait, wrong. Let's just place 2 units down. Both of them will get, oh, actually only one of them, okay. So let's actually try filling up this meter bar right now. For the 10 years ability, it will basically deal 100 times of its current damage to the strongest enemy in range, and it will also heal 1 livestock for 30 seconds. So yeah, that's actually quite decent. So we're about to, okay, time thief is back. Let's sacrifice Meliodas for the last time. Oh, that's actually not enough. What? Okay, we're actually so close. Let's just wait a little bit then, because we're so close. Come on. Life drain. Oh, life drain. Give me that 1000 year. You're so close. Come on. Why is Enlightened doesn't get stunned though? Anyway, there you go, 1000 year, and I will unlock the ability of 1000 year. Now this is actually a pretty strong nuke. It will basically deal 250 billion damage to all enemies on the map. Now that doesn't seem overpowered, but let me cook. 10 seconds later, it will deal a second hit, but the damage will be 250 billion multiplied by the number of the enemy hit by the nuke. So yeah, and it will also reset all year progress and drain 4 livestock. So yeah, so let's actually try that. So let's let the enemy pass a little bit, and yeah, so if I use this nuke, it will basically completely use all of my years collected, and it will also bring back my time thief ability. Now my time thief ability is not here currently, it's because I already filled it up. So yeah, let's just use it right now, and with 10 seconds, and there you go, look at that, years collected empty, but at the same time, oh, I actually didn't get the ability back. Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but I didn't get it back. I think that's a bug, yeah. Anyway, that's the 2 new units that come with the update as well, along with Meliodas. Should we get the new unit besides Meliodas? No, in my opinion. No. They're pretty good, but they're very situational, especially with Buddha and Angel. With Angel, you actually need like a strategy, because you don't want Angel to kill your important unit. And then for Buddha, he just took too much effort to actually do. Like, you need to use his ability 6 times and stuff like that, and it's just annoying. So yeah, overall, that's all for this video. I would like to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.